Hey, girl, I know say you have a big waste of time though. Man shouldn't even not deal with any either, you know.
Wasn't you a waste of time when I forgave you for kissing another girl?
Actually, as she kissed me still, and she actually listened to me one time I talk and tell her things, so I don't know what I say.
Oh wow. So you're doing me a favor now? Aren't you the hero? You know I can do better than you though, right?
Better than me? Nothing better than this boy you see. Right now, I regret chat to you. The worst thing about it, I regret it.
I have enough regrets though.
It sounds like a typical Jamaican argument. But what is wrong with it though? What's the fault of both parties? What are they doing wrong? What aren't they getting right? And how does it correlate with our topic of today? Balance. What is balance? What could balance mean? Remember to like, share, comment, subs with notifications on. Now, let's get started. So what is balance? A Google search will tell you that it's a situation where elements are equal or of the correct proportions, means they do not overlap. One does not drown the other out. They are equal. And the balance we're talking about today is the balance between emotional intelligence and intelligence. What is emotional intelligence though? And what is intelligence? What does it mean, and why should there be a balance between the two? Emotional intelligence is the capacity to be aware of one's emotion and others' emotion, and to control such emotion and express such emotion in a civilized manner, and also to have emotional empathy towards others, and to listen to an argument without taking sides, however close that person may be towards you. So as in relations to the clipping that you heard when the episode just started, none of the parties were expressing emotional intelligence because neither party was taking into account what each other said and understand each other's emotion. There's a lot of hurt there on both sides, but neither of them are listening to each other to understand each other's emotions so that they can quell or resolve their issue. It's often said that communication is key and communication solves all problems, but if you sit a Chinese man down and you sit a Japanese man down in the same room and they can communicate all they want, but they'll never reach anywhere, because though communication, they say communication might be the key, it's not. It's actually understanding. If you do not understand the person, then there is nowhere, there's no conflict is going to get resolved. Emotional intelligence allows you to understand that person's hurt, so you can better deal with the conversation and deal with the confrontation and resolve that issue that you guys are having. So, for example, if your friend or in a relationship with an intimate partner does not like a thing that you do, you should first put yourself in their position and understand that yes, whatever it is that you're doing is not making them feel comfortable. It hurts them, and that's to understand that, and then now to change that behavior. And that is a reason why they teach emotional responses for customer service representatives, because it is important. It is good to communicate and get things done. Like I've said before, emotional intelligence is being aware of one's emotions and having control over them. So when your partner or a friend tells you something that they have an issue with, it is not emotionally intelligent to get emotionally invested in it and start to defend what you're doing, like the good old a summitan, or that's the way I am and love me for me. No, that's not intelligent. That's childish behavior. You should be able to process the information and react in a way that is not too much emotionally invested, and resolve that issue if it is something that is a genuine issue. Not everyone in a romantic relationship, your partner seeks to control you or trying to change you. Yes, we all have flaws, and we should accept each other for our flaws. But should your partner accept the flaw or something that they have an issue with, if it is hurting them? Should they be subjected to that and say it's who you are when it's something about you that you can change? And I said flaws are the stuff about us that we cannot change in earlier episodes. So it's good to be aware of your emotions, understand what your partner is saying, and communicate back, and make sure both of you understand each other and leave that conversation with something, with a resolve that helps settles the issue and it won't come back up again. And it's very easy to get upset when your partner says something about you that they don't like, especially when you feel like she did something that you don't like. It's the best moment to bring up that and say whatever stuff. And again, that's what I told you, it's emotional intelligence to understand the thing that your partner is going through and address that, and then you can come back to the issue that you were having and discuss that as well. But if you guys keep going back and forth over each other issues, nothing will get solved, and you will just sound like the clipping that you heard at first. And it's good to get stuff out then and there. When time something happens, you need to say it then and there. It's not good to hold stuff or keep it to yourself or whatever, because that can create a lot of bad emotions in the relationship, or even resentment towards your partner, because they keep on holding these things, and we weren't really socialized to communicate properly and to understand each other. We must learn how to understand each other so we can properly communicate with each other and settle our differences. And it's because the average person does not have emotional intelligence and is too emotional. That's why there are so many conflicts, and it's part of the reason why so many people die, even in Jamaica, over simple stuff, because they cannot communicate their emotions in a civil manner. And every single thing you diss me or you diss someone, which is pretty much ignorant. So we got to learn emotional intelligence in order to solve our conflicts and to better deal with our problems, even problems with ourselves as relates to our identity or self-identity. So now we're on intelligence. But what is intelligent? What does it mean to be intelligent? probably thinking it's to have a PhD, to have a bachelor's, to be well spoken, to be articulate, but it is none of those things. To be intelligent or intelligent is the ability to learn and understand and adapt to trying situations and use knowledge acquired to get oneself out of situations that they may be in, and the ability to think rationally and logically. That's what intelligence is. It has nothing to do with academics. Using the clipping that you've heard earlier as reference, you would have seen that both parties isn't being intelligent or isn't using their intelligence, because if they did, they would both sit down and understand that there will be no amicable solution if they continue like that. They should sit down and use their emotional intelligence to understand each other, using their intelligence now to find a solution that is amicable and will best solve this situation. A compromise for both of them that will leave both parties walking away feeling satisfied. That's what it is. And it's good to have intelligence, and this can be applied to all other aspects of your life, in business and personal development and personal growth. And intelligence working together forms wisdom. That's when a person becomes wise. Knowledge isn't power, as they often say, because if knowledge is power, then everyone who smokes or drinks wouldn't drink or smoke, because it's labeled on the box that do not smoke. They have the knowledge that they should not smoke. Having the knowledge isn't all. Having the wisdom, no. Knowing that smoking kills, drinking leads to liver damage. So, both emotional intelligence and intelligence form wisdom, which helps a person to be wise and makes better decisions for themselves in a relationship, in a business relationship, as a person and in your relationship. And it will be the same for most people who listen to this podcast and hear this information but does not apply it to their relationship, whether business, personal, or otherwise. So now, how long will you go not speaking to your partner because them say something will offend you? How long will you hide behind excuses of that's who I am and be a better person for them and yourself? Will you continue to argue the point trying to win, or just concede and save the relationship? Will you be better or emotionally intelligent? Will you seek knowledge, or will you seek wisdom? Yes or no? Well, if the answer is no, you will end up like them people in their background.
Tell me exactly, how is it foolishness?
A foolishness because you don't know the answer to that question, and you know that.
Never mind, you're just big and dark for an adult. They can't grow up.
Right now, I'm tired of it, so I don't know what kind of group need for you. I'm more tired of it.
Wow, real mature. You talking about height?
Yeah. I know material more than you. Me know that.
More mature than who? Goodbye.